Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing fantastic. In this video, I'm just going to talk about, it's a very beginner friendly video. So I'm going to talk about what exactly is the client acquisition process as a whole. So I'm going to assume you've set up all your sort of back office, your website is up, you've got your business running, you've got your business account, you look the part on LinkedIn, hopefully, or you've got a picture up at least as a minimum, and you've got details in what service you offer. So I'm going to talk you through what exactly happens in a new recruitment agency and the client acquisition within that. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm not going to talk about exactly the process. So the typical process is either a cold call, or the most effective is cold calling or email marketing. So you email a client and say, I've seen you looking for this position, or I recruit in this particular niche or this specialism which you offer services in, or you have a product that you sell in, and I can find you staff should you need, if you need, and when you need. That's basically it. It's basic sales, basic outreach, cold outreach, and you say to them, hey, look, and recruitment is pretty much 99.9% cold outreach rather than a sort of built up long sales funnel. It's literally, do you need someone? Yes, I do. Okay, that's great. Let's have a business meeting and let's discuss. So let's say you cold call a client and they say, can you send us either your contract or your terms of business or whatever it is, or can you send me information about the company? So it always goes down to email in the end. Nobody ever signs when they're on the phone to you. So I think skip the cold call is my sort of philosophy. You can prospect by cold calling, but you really want to just nail it down and sort of just get to the email. This is what we offer. And they'll ask you a few questions. Now, oftentimes people asking a lot of questions will never eventually do business with you. Now, I've answered them politely, I've answered them sort of abrupt, and I've said, this is what we offer. I've said, I'm not answering the questions. If you want to do business with me, get on the phone and we'll have a chat. So you really want to just have a conversation with the employer so they can hear you, you can hear them. And what you don't want to do is, and believe me, you want to have the conversation early on because it gets harder as it goes along. And you want to see if they're serious. If they can't dedicate at least 2 minutes, 5 minutes of your time to talk to you, they're probably not a good client. Yeah, if they say, oh, I just want to sign your terms, great. I would love to send them to you. Can we have a 5-minute chat? Because I don't want to waste your time sending you bad CVs or getting the wrong end of the stick when I'm recruiting. So I want to find you the best people. Could you spare me 5 minutes? Here's my terms of business. So you always want to throw that in. Don't ask for a call desperately, like as soon as they email you back, oh, can we have a call? You look really stupid. You look desperate. Even if you are a new agency and you get excited, don't ask for a call. Ask, would it be a good use of your time if we schedule a call so I know exactly what I'm looking at within your organization? And you want to learn about their company. What is the interview process? What are they struggling with? Why have they not found someone for that position? Are they using other agencies? All these questions will help you recruit. Because if they say to you, oh, we're working with 12 agencies, you know it's going to be a tough one. Or the job's been out on the market for 6 months and there's a 4-stage interview process. I can tell you why you're not finding anyone, Mr. Client, because you've got that process in place. And you can say to them as a consultant, would you be comfortable with me doing the 1st-stage interview? Is something I always ask. If they say it's a 3-stage interview, I will use your questions, Mr. Client, or Miss Client, or Mrs. Client, and I will do the 1st-stage interview for you. So that's the sort of process around that. Now, let's say, going back to the point I was trying to raise is, if they're asking too many questions, they don't trust you. And there's only 2 reasons why I feel clients will not use recruitment agencies. 1, they don't have the money, and 2, they don't believe you can help them with what service they have at the moment. So if they've got no money, obviously we can't do business with them unless you want to do a free service. That's up to you. But if they don't trust you is the important thing. So they've looked on your website. I get emails where people are saying, look, I've looked on your website. You don't look like you specialize in our area. And that's probably why a lot of people don't reply to you, because you don't have a niche. You might look at, oh, there's another company operating and they don't have a niche, but they've got 12 consultants working there. That's why they don't have a niche. And they started, every agency, 100% started with a small, tiny niche. Nobody, maybe not industrial, but they only recruit for a specific area or a specific niche. There's no other company that started ever in my life I've ever seen. And prove it to me. I'd love to hear it. There is not somebody out there that does that. So you need to start as a niche specific agency in a region, so geographically, or you need to start as in, how can I put it, your specialist niche. So a small job title or a few job titles in there. So the point I'm trying to make is the process. Step 1, you contact the client. Step 2, they come back to you and they say yes, or they ask questions. I can't go through every single question, but there is only a handful of them that they actually ask. What do you recruit in? How much do you charge? And I literally, my cold emails actually answer those questions, so they know where they sit. This is it. This is what I charge. This is what I recruit for, and this is how I can help you. So if they don't trust you, you have to look at why they don't trust you. And if you stop them not trusting you, so you look really good, you've proven you've helped other clients before, they're the things that people want to hear. So if I don't know, I'm going to a plumber and then I get the impression that he's new. I'm not saying it's all about branding. If I get the impression he's just left college and he doesn't have the right tools, I'm a bit like, I'm going to pay a little extra and I'll go to that other guy who's not going to mess up my bathroom. That's the impression you're getting. And people think, oh, just because I'm a recruiter, I'm the same as everyone else. You are. You might have a more drive and more passion, but this is what clients think. And this is what you want to not be perceived as. So if a client talks to me, even if I set up, I don't know, a niche agency and I'm recruiting for plumbers, excuse me, I know for a fact I can sound like I've been doing it for years. And they'll feel very confident. Well, I have been doing it for years, but I haven't recruited for plumbers before, but they will get the impression that I'm a good recruiter and I know where to go and how I'm going to keep them updated and find them the right person. So process-wise, let's say, oh, great, you want to schedule a call. If you can't schedule a call and they really don't want to, take the client, yeah, but you prioritize them over others simply because you don't know if they're actually dedicated to the role. So oftentimes clients will say, look, here's the job. It doesn't cost them anything. It's contingent. Yeah, if you're getting retained, that's a different story. But if it's contingent and they're saying to you, oh, here's the job, have a look, see what you can get. Chances are, if you haven't had that conversation and you send a CV, it's going to be a very uncomfortable call to make and say, have you looked at the CV? They'll be like, who are you? We've never spoke before. Oh, yeah, we signed 2 weeks ago, but I haven't, we filled the position. There's no communication. Number 1 rule, and this is very important, the clients that communicate with me the most are the ones I help the most because they give me all the information I need. Therefore, the byproduct of that relationship ends up being I find them the people they're looking for and I make the most money from them. The ones that don't give me the respect or the time, and it's not just me, it's everyone else, will be the ones that you make no money from. Yeah. And I get it. Clients don't need to talk. If they're working with 10 agencies because they've got a lot of jobs or the jobs are really hard and they want to diversify, having a 1-hour meeting with all of them per week would be a day or two days taken up. Yeah. Let alone it's a mission to schedule all of those. So please be aware that clients can't do that. Yeah. They can send a mail shot with a vacancy update. Here's our vacancies. Please help us. Yeah. They can do that, but they're going to struggle with that. Yeah. Unless they've got a nice internal team that are really, really good. So be very, very conscious of that and don't pressure clients to get on a call, but offer it is what I'm trying to say. So the process, yeah, probably no one's watching the video by now because I've just rambled on, but the process is client sign terms. They give you the information. They send you a job spec. If they don't send you the job spec, you're going to look at how you can actually get the information. So look on their website, look at their job vacancies. Yeah. See what's written in the job description. See if you can download it from their careers website. Because often or not, some companies will have their job description on a career website, but job adverts out everywhere else. Look on that. You want to start resourcing for the position. Once you've done that, you want to start sending CVs of people you've found and interviewing them accordingly. Distance. Is the candidate close? Do they like the sound of the company? Do they like the salary? Does it fit into what they're earning? Does it match closely now? These are the sort of questions. When are you available? This is the sort of information you want to sort of provide to the client. Once you have a candidate, and I've made videos, so go on the channel and have a look at, positions or how to find a candidate, basically. Go back to that. have a read of those, have a watch of those. After that, you want to sort of go out to market, find a candidate, and you want to send the CV in to the client, which says, oh, great, here's what this person does, they're nearby, this is the salary they expect. So that's the main thing you want to do. The client will come back to you and say, I'd like to interview. Your job is to schedule the interview process. So you ring the candidate and you say, I am looking for you to be interviewed on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Can you do that time? Great. And the issue you're going to have, one of the hardest parts is actually if the client has a 9 to 5 schedule and the candidate has a 9 to 5 schedule. How do you organize? So you have to say to the candidate, are they really committed? Can you take the time off? Can you just take an hour extra lunch, or say you've got the dentist, anything like that? Yeah. So you want to just organize that. Once that's organized, you relay with the candidate and you say, how was the interview? Book it in, make sure they show up. Just wish them good luck as well. Support them in the interview as well. So you want to help them prepare, tell them a little bit about information so they're more aware when they go to interview. And then you want to sort of establish, are they going to be offered a job? If not, ask the client why. Why did that person not get the job? So I don't make the mistake of wasting your resources and going back to that. So it's been a choppy video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, please let me know. I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight into the recruitment process as a new agency. So take care.